Hey traders, welcome to Quantsapp. My name is Varun, and check out this huge move of almost 40% that we were able to capture inside of TATACHEM. So this was not an easy move to capture, but with the help of our relative performance graph, it was pretty much spot on. So where we actually made trade was we actually traded on 1st of March. So the entry was triggered on 29th of Feb on an EOD basis. So we are able to enter on the 1st of March, let's say during the opening of the day. Okay. After that, you can see that there was a huge move of almost 40% that occurred within the next 4 or 5 days. How are we able to capture this? So we have a very simple tool known as the relative performance graph. So what you're going to want to do is just log on to Quantsapp. Under the trading section, you will find under the quant models relative performance graph. So this is our own model that helps you generate your own signals based on the basket you select. So just open this tool, and the concept is quite simple. Like any other graph, it also has 4 quadrants. All you do is just create a basket. Let's say you want to select all the Tata stocks, just for an example. So I'll add Tata Chem, I'll add Tata Communications, I'll add Tata Consumer, I'll add Tata Motors, Tata Power, and finally Tata Steel and TCS. Okay, so these are all the stocks that let's say I have in my basket, and I want to identify which of these will outperform all the others. So it's actually quite simple. Like all the other graphs, these 4 quadrants also represent the data points. So weak zone or red zone is the bottom left corner. There is progressive zone or the blue zone. There is strong zone or the green zone. And finally, we have laggard zone or the yellow zone. Okay. How do you trade on the basis of this? So if a stock moves vertically, that means there are some changes in its volatility. So on the y-axis, what we have done essentially is we have plotted volatility. And if the stock moves horizontally on the graph, that means it has something to do with Nifty's relative performance. Okay, so on the x-axis, we have plotted relative performance compared to Nifty. So what we want the volatility to increase and the stock to outperform Nifty. So we want our stock to end up in the strong zone or the green zone. Okay, so it's quite simple. The entire idea is if a stock enters blue zone, you enter that trade. Okay, so on the 28th of Feb, if you're actually, if you can see, on the 28th of Feb, we can see that Tata Chem had entered this quadrant. It had entered the blue zone, which means we had to enter our trade on the next day. So what I normally like to do is I like to pair a bit of price action. So what I had told myself, 28th of Feb, if the high of this daily candle is broken, I will enter that trade on the next day. But on the 29th, we can see that the high of the previous candle was not broken. So we did not enter that trade. And 29th Feb, again, it was still in the blue zone. Okay. So what I told myself, again, 29th of Feb, if the candle, high of the candle is broken on the next day, then definitely we go and enter that trade. So this time it fulfilled my criteria and I was able to capture this entire move. So after that, even if you see, it has actually moved by quite a bit. So you can see that till 7th of March, it was moving. So on 7th of March, it went into the ban list and now it has fallen down a bit. But that's fine. So we are able to capture this awesome move with the help of a simple tool called relative performance graph. All right. Be sure to comment in the chat box if you guys have anything doubt. If you guys have any doubts or anything, we'll definitely see you guys in the next video itself. My name is Varun again, and thank you so much for watching.